Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Shebah Saturn, once again. Thank you for clicking on the video. I am actually here to talk to you a little bit about the life path and the destiny of the number 2, the meaning of the number 2 as it relates to numerology. I actually had uploaded something a couple days ago, and then I realized one of my viewers commented and was like, we can't hear the video, and I was like, oops. So sorry about that. And that was such a great video too, but anyway, there's a rhyme and a reason for everything. So here I am again. Happy Friday! Yay, it's Friday. Oh, thank God. This week was a little rough, a little challenging. Definitely been having a lot of shifts and transformations and sentiments of rejuvenation. And I just wrote in my journal, as I'm always saying, write in your journal, write in your journal, write in your journal. It's very important to have a dialogue with yourself. At the very least, you need to share your thoughts, your hopes, your dreams, and your fears with yourself so that you can track your growth, regardless of whatever industry you're in and regardless of how intimate or how large scale and global your skills are. Okay, so last week we talked a little bit about leadership development and the use of the number 1, and the key words for the number 1 is being highly creative, highly intuitive, the natural born leaders. When working in the positive and when working in the negative, they can be a little bit extra in terms of their search and hunger for power. So I want to explain this as a story because it's a lot easier to conceptualize when we do. So we go from the 1, the lone reed that's on its own, that has like this electric, bouncing, hypnotic energy, and this confidence and this courage to bravado to step out on its own. And then from there we get to the 2. So we have the 1 dot that symbolizes the 1, the electronic energy that's going out into the universe, and that is the archetype for the 1 is again the knight, just to recap. And then from there we're going to the 2. So the 2, of course, is the partnership, and the 2, some of the keywords for the 2, which is what we're talking about today, the 222, is very intuitive. That was kind of corny. Anyway, it's very intuitive, and the 2 is all about partnership. The key words for that are a peacemaker, are the diplomat, the ambassador, one who has natural negotiation skills, who is continually assessing on an intellectual, emotional, and physical level, on the physical plane, how other people are feeling and what they can do to best accommodate. So those are the ones who like to create an accord amongst people. The 2s are always great to have on a team because they like to keep the peace. They're very diplomatic. They will try to use words and phrases that are the very opposite of incendiary. So very emotionally vulnerable. The 2 is always concerned with partnership. That's going to be a big theme in the 2's life. If it is your life path number, if it is your destiny number, or even if it is somehow included in your date of birth. As an example, I'm the 22. Now I know for those of you who are into numerology, don't accost me, don't harass me. I know what you're saying. The 22, you can't reduce the 22 because it's a master number. Yes, but at the same time, all master numbers are subject to what we call the pressure cooker effect. And this means that you cannot always operate in that high vibration and that high intensity. You'll end up imploding and exploding in on yourself from the pressure. So, and I'll make another video about if you're curious about the master numbers and so on and so forth. However, it is important to take into consideration that that singular 2 energy, even if you are a 2-2, if you're born on a 22 or 23 or 25, you still have that 2 energy. That's all about opposition and accepting duality. A big part of the challenge for the number 2s is accepting duality in people and accepting qualities that are seemingly inconsistent. As an example, accepting somebody who perhaps has certain qualities of being extroverted but actually really internally is more introverted. Kind of gave myself away there. That's something that I myself struggle with, accepting that duality. But that's what's so beautiful about numerology and astrology, is that they really increase your awareness of the complexity of who you are, how you're intricate and how you're layered. And once you're able to wrap your mind around saying, okay, sometimes I am this way, and in certain contexts this brings out certain proclivities and personality tendencies that I have, then you can better understand yourself and also be more compassionate with other people, which is where what I really love about what this gift that numerology and astrology offers. So to recap, the 2s in working in the positive, they are the ambassadors. They are those who are more subtle and intricate in their thinking. They are those who tend to be, in working in the positive, very emotionally communicative, very honest, very willing to go into that deep lagoon of emotion with people and understand where people are coming from. They're very, 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 I can't say this enough. They are so sensitive. They cannot help it. They cannot help it. They're people pleasers. They are people pleasers. And that can be very beautiful. At the same time, when you're a 2, you do really have to look out for your emotional well-being because you can be very moody. You're constantly taking into consideration everyone else's needs, and then you're not left with a well of replenishment for yourself. So the 2, when working on, again, in the negative or the downfalls of the 2, and it's just an awareness, it's not a judgment at all. And the downfall of the 2 is that you end up overextending. So you say yes, 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 and you have poor boundaries. You don't know how to execute and say no, even when your intuition, which is very present. Okay, you have to have a strong intuition and to have know how to not be selfish in order to consider how other people are feeling, right? So 2s, they really struggle with having poor boundaries. And I'm going to tell you this again. If you're a 2, you can be moody. Just be aware of it, just accept it, and start to develop a little bit more emotional reserve and emotional control. The 2s also tend to be very musically inclined because they're so emotional, so music is very therapeutic for them. So I think that's about it. That's essentially what I did want to cover. Remember, we're working in a story here. And as I like to say it and to conceptualize it for people because it makes it easier to comprehend and absorb and to have that level of cognition, is try to understand the numbers and astrology and anything that you do in a story. So we're going through the stages of human development, in the stages of the development of the human psyche, of the process of maturity. So the first is the independent, right? The Aries, the first house, the one who seeks and seeks and seeks and leads. And then we're into the 2, which is all about partnership, which is all about negotiation and the art of compromise, okay? If you're a 2 out there, make sure to have your boundaries very clear, and also to pat yourself on the back for being such a wonderful negotiator, to know your strengths and to be able to celebrate them and acknowledge them, and strategically put yourself in a place where you're able to offer your gift of accord, your gift for diplomacy, your gift for ambassadorship, your gift for caring and compassion, and you're appreciated for it. Okay? I think that that's about it. If you have any more questions, please let me know. And I'm always happy to offer further advice. Just contact me or inbox me or, email me. And I will be uploading the journey of the 3, which is another stage in the development of the human psyche. Sending love.